join the Gamers Cafe Discord, but the PC account is weird. It's like stuck in a limbo.
Yeah, so what happened was the account was only valid for the. It was a standard invite account that they make. So it was only valid for like 12 hours or whatever. It's the first one it makes to when you start inviting people.
I
So,
invited myself from my phone. I
yeah.
made I made a new invite.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alright. I didn't know you could do
Can
that
you
at
have
the
a look
moment.
in there and see if it's what the hell? Am I even in there or I don't know.
Not at the moment, I don't think. Hang on a sec. No, not at the moment. Ah, yes, you are. Orbital Defense, yes. So you're in there, but you're not on the list. On the active list, on the online list. That is a really neat trick. I don't know how you managed to do that. Hello? How did you do that? You're not even on the online list. Alright. Okay, so what we want to do... Sorry guys, I just got to do something real quickly. Invite people. So, and rules, create an instant invite. Edit invite link. Max days, expires after, never. Generate. Copy. Invite. Where is satellite? Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, that should be the invite that gets attached. And channel. We want to change that to Gamers Caf. And upload defaults. Save. Okay. Alright, okay.
Oh, there you are.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I've remade the invite, so the link is now in the rules section.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I'm still stuck in some kind of limbo.
Yeah, dude, that's weird because your other account was in here without being on the online list.
I know. Cool, huh?
You hacker, you. What did you do? What did you do to my Discord? You've broken already. But anyway.
I don't know what's wrong, man, but I hope this isn't like a global problem with your fucking Discord channel that you make.
No, it should
Maybe
work.
that's what.
Let me see if I can join it with the mobile. The name got me wondering.
Yeah. The mobile works, but my PC one doesn't.
Hmm. It might be because your mobile was already invited in, and your PC was trying to join after I deleted the invite.
Well, I never use your invite on the PC.
Oh, okay.
My PC was off for like a couple of days.
Okay. Yeah, I got an idea. Let me see. Join.
It says I've joined. Like when I click it, it's got a tick. It says joined, right? But I go in there and it's just like nothing. But I still see music no talk, but now I can't join it, which is odd.
Okay. Yeah, this is weird because all I've got is music no talk, and I've got the same bug. I know what this is. This has to do with the permissions. Roles. Have I set up everybody?
Okay.
That's what it is. I haven't set up the actual permissions for the actual accounts for all the actual general rules yet for the permissions.
Okay.
Is there any way of copying permissions? I guess it's standard default. No. So yeah, okay, that worked. So you should be able to see rules now.
Okay. Yes, I see it. Yeah.
Okay, so announcements should now be fine.
Well, there we go. Now stuff works for it eventually.
Yeah,
you're still live right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about doing this right now because I'm sort of playing through a game at the moment, but just testing it. So there, story suggestions and introductions, permissions.
Oh, you started your stream again 7 minutes ago.
Yep. And introductions. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I have to go through and I have to fix all the rules. That's why. Cool. All right, so we got that problem solved. But yeah, no. Apart from that, apart from that, what else is new, man? Wife, kids, everything's good.
Yeah. Everything's going pretty good actually. The little one starts school in 6-7 weeks.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? Good.
It was good. Yeah. Quiet,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. You know, get older, I guess the novelty wears off a bit.
Oh, you're such a knob, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, I must admit, New Year's was kind of quiet for me. Caught up with friends, played streaming on gaming online. Didn't do much really, to be honest, so I can't comment, I suppose, on that. But yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I was actually looking forward to this event that's happening in Melbourne. Actually, the video is doing pretty well too, considering it's not my normal content. I don't normally talk about Aussie stuff. People seem to be liking it. So.
I think people are just interested in this sort of stuff because of the topic of what it is.
Yeah.
Since it is a worldwide phenomenon, I think people are willing to talk about it all around.
Yeah. I think
it's just an assumption. I don't know.
I'm dying.
Check the power.
Okay, I'm surviving. I'm surviving.
I should probably turn off the hollow vessel.
So what are you playing? No Man's Sky or?
Yeah, well, I was playing No Man's Sky next. I got a new game going and streamed a ton of that. Actually, it was very nice after the patches. They sort of improved a few things, and I was like, okay, this now is better than Atlas Rising. So I played next, like the latest legit on my Steam, you know.
Oof,
was
do you want to
wonderful.
talk about Atlas Rising?
Oh no, it's not the Atlas thing. As in No Man's Sky Atlas.
Oh, okay, all right, yep, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were talking about the other Atlas, and I was like, oh, if you want to talk about this, we should probably.
Oh yeah, that's a flop, that thing. Wow.
Yeah. But this is what I don't get right, and if you want to just talk about gaming for a while, I'm totally cool with that.
Oh, sure.
The thing is that, like, for example, with like Star Citizen, right? Everybody hates on Star Citizen because it's taking so long to invent or to come out. Yet they sit there and they go on about Atlas Rising being a huge failure because they rushed it. It's like you can't say both things. You got to pick one. It's it's anyway.
Is it possible for a game to be developed too slow?
I would say yes. And if Star Citizen start approaching the 15-year cycle for development, I would then start to question development taking so long.
Yeah.
And I do think that there has been wasted opportunities with Star Citizen. I think, for example, them building on Cryo and then trying to convert it to Lumberyard, I think that has slowed it down.
Yeah.
That said,
I don't know much about that stuff.
Yeah, so
interesting what you're saying.
Yeah, so what they said was they originally built Star Citizen, and it was originally going to be built on Cryo's engine. But they got halfway. It's about 2 years into it, I think it was 2 or 3 years into development, and they found that Cryo couldn't do everything they wanted it to do. Right, so they then changed it to a similar game engine called Lumberyard. Now, Lumberyard is based on the original Cryo engine, but it's a revised version of Cryo. So a lot of the coding is still very, very similar. It still uses the same sort of coding and everything that Cryo does, which is why they were able to convert it so easily. But it has extra features in it that has made it a lot easier for them to convert it. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I think that maybe that's just probably it's a mistake. I mean, to be fair, Factorio kind of ran into the same thing. They used a third-party engine. They could only take it so far. They've gone and, they said that development would be finished by, I think it was, maybe 3 months after they released on Steam, because they were up for years on their own website. Then they went to Steam, and instead of 3 months, it's now almost 14 months later, and they haven't gone gold on Steam yet. It's because I think it was 4 months in. They went, okay, we're gonna make a new engine. we need to do something. And the funny thing is, though, they had already rewritten most of the third-party engines, so it was just natural for them to just go all the way.
Yeah.
But it delays the game, which is fine. I don't think people begrudge that. It's a good thing, More work to be done on that. It's nice. That's just my opinion on the matter. Let us know what you think in the comment section below.
Please feel free to leave your hate comments in the Twitch comment section below. My question for you is this, and this is something, I don't know if you saw this video. I put up a video on Gamers Caf a couple of weeks ago where I asked the question, is Star Citizen hated not because of any valid reason, but because it's Star Citizen? Is it a threat to the gaming industry, and that is why they're hating on it so much?
That's an odd question. I'm not sure if it's a malformed question or do you think it's just that the hate is coming from gamers though, not industry, right?
Well, it's people in the industry, right? But Yeah, and it's, I think a lot of YouTubers are hating on it because they've been burnt. I think they have a valid grievance with the game because they've been burnt. They were promised this game, it's supposed to be 3 years, 7 years later, they're still waiting, they're pissed, right? I get that. But I was mostly talking about the hate that you get from online gaming magazines, which a lot of people read.
Games journalists.
And games journalists, which... same one as last night, buddy. Fubu, I think it's US East, I think it is. Anyway, so yeah, what I think it is, and this is my theory, this is my conspiracy theory. So I'm going to strap on my little hat here, and let me just invite Fubu. So basically, what it was is, I think it's Chris Roberts has gone through. He has developed this game through with the backers of the money from the backers, right? So there's no gaming journalists, there's no major dev company that's behind this. It's him running it himself. Even the publishing, right? Even the money to put up by publishers that would normally publish the games, he's gone through and he's done it independently. So now you have Bethesda, EA Studios, Blizzard, Activision, all these major companies missing out on their share of the pie when it comes to this game being developed and published. And that is why I think it's a threat. Because at the moment, if Chris Roberts is successful and this game takes off like I think it will, then this could be something that everybody else does. And that is going to leave companies like EA and whatnot sitting there thinking, we are now irrelevant.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it comes in. That's why I think the games journalists attacks this game so much, is because it is a threat. It's a threat to EA, it's a threat to their business model and everything like that. And I think they are literally scared of Chris Roberts and what he's actually able to do with this game.
Well, my response to that is I would say that you're right. Only in that I have noticed other indie development houses getting attacked
Which is true, yeah.
in similar ways. Mostly from games journalism and other, sort of what do you call it, like those people, like journalists who get access journalism. They tend to give a bad rap to these indie developers. Yeah. And I think that if you look at Steam sales information, you will see that there's way more money right now going towards divvying out across thousands of little indie games versus what's being spent on AAA titles.
True.
And let's also notice that Blizzard Activision CFO just got fired and hired at Netflix.
I know. Yeah. How fucking good is that? I'm sorry. I should be happy with people being fired, but with them and the whole "what's wrong? Don't you have mobile phones?" comment, I am so on the anti-Blizzard, and we haven't even talked about that. You and me amongst each other.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next. Don't worry.
It has been talked to death, but still.
But we still haven't talked about it. But I was going to say, but like their comment of "what's wrong? Don't you have mobile phones?" Holy shit!
That was wonderful.
How out of touch can you be?
We don't want to play these stupid games on our freaking phones. What the hell?
No, exactly. We don't want Diablo 4 on a something or rather mobile phone. Okay, we want Diablo 4 on a PC or maybe on a console. All right, give me it on that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want to put out a mobile phone game, fine, right? Put out a mobile phone game. But don't sit there and tease Diablo 4, get everybody excited, and then wonder why everybody is flipping the table when you sit there and say, "Oh, it's a mobile phone game." Like, holy
Yeah. I mean, at this point, my new gaming PC is like 4,100 Australian dollars I've spent on it in 2 months. Like, it's a hell of a machine now. Nothing's left. I've done everything. I've got the keyboard, monitors, mouse, 1080 Ti. I have a 1080 Ti.
Okay, nice.
Fucking,
if you feel like ever donating that to me, just let me know. Yeah.
So it is kitted out, and if I've got about $4,100 of PC, and I go to this fucking event, and they tease me that they're going to bring out Diablo 4, and I get there, and it's a bait and switch, and they tell me, "Don't you have a phone?" I'd be like, I would pull my phone out of my pocket, throw it at him, and then say, "I no longer have a phone."
Yeah, like
because I just broke it on your fucking face.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this guy. Like, I'm not encouraging this, all right, Twitch. So like, save my Twitch channel hashtag. But
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm joking.
No, well, no, that's right. But what I was going to say was, I wasn't worried about what you said. I was going to worry about what I was about to say.
Oh.
But I was going to say, I'm surprised that people did not lose their shit at this guy. And I'm surprised he managed to leave this exhibition alive. Like, people were.
Gamers are not that violent.
I don't know.
Yeah, but not that violent.
I don't know, man. You stand between me and Diablo 4, you better have a fucking death wish. But I was going to say, I grew up, and this is what I made a video on it, right? And I don't know if you saw it, but I grew up on Diablo. I grew up playing Diablo 4. Not Diablo 4, sorry, Diablo. I played the original Diablo. I played the expansion, Hellfire, I think it was, or when it came out. I was there for Diablo 2. I was there for Diablo 3. Like, Flippy, we're on a different Discord. I will post the link for you now. That's the one for Gamers Cafe we just made. But yeah, I was there for like Diablo. I was there for Diablo expansion, the Diablo 2. Dude, I went to the Secret Cow level. Okay, I was that much into Diablo. We used to do all the tricks, all the tips. We used to run up, grab the book while switching the weapon to sort of duplicate it because it used to be a glitch. Like, this is shit that we used to, like, this is how much of a Diablo player I was, right? Like, not just some fluffy, I used to play the shit out of this game. And I tell you what, when I saw this presentation for Diablo 4, I bowed my head and I'm just like, this is not going to go well. This is someone standing in a tunnel with a bright light coming towards them, and they're sitting there thinking, no, I can stop this train. I'll just stand in the tracks and I'll stop it. It's just like, no, this is not going to go well. I knew it was going to be bad, and I was like, they deserved everything they got.
Well, the thing and look, I seem to be the only person who seems to notice this. Like, I don't see anybody talking about this at all. I even commented on Hypebreak like twice to Ian, talk about this, and I said, well, I'll tell you. So, if you look at Nvidia's stock price, now we know that Nvidia's stock price has a lot to do with the crypto crash, right?
Yes.
And they're currently getting sued about that too, which is hilarious. Class action. But the thing is that there's another component, and I know that this has to have something to do with it. They debuted ray tracing on Battlefield 5, and Battlefield 5 is a disaster. That has to have had an impact on Nvidia somehow.
True. I don't know if people are linking between Nvidia and
I'm not saying politically. I'm saying like it's affecting the hardware. I don't think it's a political connection. I think it's a hardware connection. It's just that the only reason to buy RTX is for ray tracing, and everyone's like, well, we have a ray tracing game, but no one wants that ray tracing game, so wouldn't that affect it in some way? right? If you think ray tracing, Battlefield 5 comes to mind, and I know that the human brain has this funky way of thinking, okay, and people are just not going to look at ray tracing favorably when neurons around it also have a political thing going on. You know, it's the way that humans think is we connect things. You know, there's associative memory, and
so I haven't
and ray tracing has been a disaster in of itself. So
So yeah, I haven't looked into much ray tracing. So I'm not sure if that's just because I haven't looked into it. I don't have that sort of connection or anything like that. To me, when I think of ray tracing, I just think of just games in general. So that might be just
well, it's not necessarily. I mean, ray tracing is completely separate from rasterization. So, I mean, like you're playing rasterization right now. Like we've been on rasterization for probably 2 decades. They want to switch it out to ray tracing, but I don't see this coming anytime soon. I think it's going to be probably another 4 years before it really takes off. That's just my opinion.
And I don't think Battlefield or all those sort of things helps the situation. I would go that far. I would say that you're probably right in the fact that people have seen it on Battlefield, and then they probably think, okay, that was great, but Battlefield was a disaster. So there is probably some of that. But I think the major thing that's stopping ray tracing at the moment is more of a techno thing. It's more of a technology.
Yeah, the performance is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even after the patch, I mean, like the patch takes it from like 55 FPS average, 1080p ultra, to about 75. That's okay. You've got your 60. Okay, cool. We've got our 60. But I mean, 1080p, because look, you have 2 classes of gamers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got your 2 classes of high performance gaming. If like a person like me who buys a 1080 Ti, right? We're the kind of people who either want 1080p 144 FPS or we want 4K. That's the way it works. Now you spend more money. You do spend more money for 1080p 144 because at 4K you can have a potato for a computer with a 1080 Ti and still get 4K gaming. But if you're going to go the high FPS, then you need high performance CPU, memory, and all that shit to keep up with the draw calling for high FPS.
Can you come back here?
Yeah, hey Philip.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
So, for people who
I didn't want to come in the middle of the conversation.
That's okay. That's
fine.
If you want to come down, man, I'm ready to go exploring.
Actually, you need to come back over here. It's actually that thing what happened to me yesterday. I just want to show you that.
I was pretty much done with that point, so I'm all good. Yeah.
I'm
just saying.
Look, at the end of the day, I think Battlefield is pretty shit at the best of times for recent
Yeah.
Okay, so even the door's not opening for me now.
Oh, you guys playing together?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have to say that Hellion, the latest update, I have played it. It's nice. I like the new update stuff they've done.
Yeah, it does look a lot better. It does look really cool, actually. Where do you want to show me, Matt?
I think that building.
I kicked up the graphics settings all the way to max, and those textures! Oh my goodness! And dude, it'll use 7 gig of VRAM when you max it out. Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, so my quality is on beautiful, textures on very high.
Yeah. So you can fit that in your, because you got a 6 gig VRAM, I think. So yeah. So you can fit it.
What were you wanting to show me, Matt?
Just try to take the building too, because that's what happened to me yesterday. I couldn't grab it.
Yeah, I
even the jetpack. That's why I couldn't continue. You can give me that back. I will try to finish that Home Sweet Home, and maybe after I will be able to start to take in the things from there.
Alright, so I've just put it back. Can you grab that now?
No, I can't. And I couldn't even yesterday the jetpack take it.
Oh, okay. So let me drop it for you, and let me see if that works.
Yes, please.
Is Hellion a bit less buggy now?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what I noticed too.
Okay.
It's still early access, so you can expect some beautiful things. But what I read yesterday, it should be NPC even in the future, so it's getting better.
Yeah, there seems
Yeah.
to be a bit of a glitch where if, for example, if I drop something and he tries to pick it up, it can fall through the ground. Sometimes when
Yeah.
you go through and you put something on a rack, he can't pick it up. So there does seem to be a bit of a persistence problem with the items.
Oh, I had that problem. Yeah, I put something down and I couldn't pick it up. That happened to me once. But overall, when I was playing it, I think I put like 4 or 5 hours into a session on it, and I just loved it. It was so much better than usual.
It's a lot more stable, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the completion of Helion. It looks like they're committed, and I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
Osiris New Dawn, by the way, that's also getting some good development too. That's coming up good. Yeah.
You taking off? Or can I close it?
Have you seen?
So this is on Twitch too, is it? So you're using stream.io or something, Restream.
Yeah, Restream.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on both YouTube and on
Nice.
Nice. Dude, okay, you know I'm gonna ask you about this. Have you seen fucking Hurston in Star Citizen?
Hurston?
Hurston. The planet Hurston.
No. I mean, like, what the chick that talks to you at the beginning?
No, sorry, not Helion. Star Citizen. Have you seen the new planet that came in Star Citizen?
Oh, no.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. I almost blew my pants, like, looking at the graphics. It is.
I've been thinking about getting Star Citizen, actually.
Yeah, it's still got a long way to go. Full
Yeah.
admit. But holy shit, dude! The graphics in it are just freaking nuts. They really are.
So if I pick up a copy of Star Citizen, right, will I have access to everything? Like, all the memes aren't true, right? I can just buy it, play it, everything's great.
Yeah. So what do you mean access to what? Sorry.
Well, the meme of what people say, like, you buy the game and you get to spend thousands. I mean, that's not true, is it?
Okay, so sort of, but not really. So how's that for an answer? Okay, so in Star Citizen, you when you first buy it, you spend your $35 at the moment, I think it is, and you get your starter ship. Now, if you don't have a friend that, like me, for example, that has the ships in the game, then you're basically stuck with that ship until you build up your money and then go through and buy another ship. Now, to buy the other ships is very expensive, yada yada yada, right? So there is a bit of pay to win aspect when it comes to sort of, like, for example, if you want to buy, like, for example, a Hammerhead is one of the capital ships. If you want to buy that, you can buy it outright for like $800, or you can buy it in game for like $6 million with game currency. To get the $6 million at the moment, it is pretty hard because the game keeps resetting every few months. But here's the thing. You have a friend who has spent a few $100s buying ships.
Mm-hmm. Wait, if you buy the ship and they reset, you still have the ship?
If you buy it with real money, yes, because you own it.
Well, what about game currency?
Game currency and everything that's in the game at the moment gets reset every 3 months. So your game currency...
But if you buy the ship with game currency...
It still gets reset because they're resetting the whole server. They reset everything. So...
so only if you pay with money you get it back?
Yes. For now, yes.
Okay.
Which is when it's sort of true but not true. But eventually they will be going through, and when the game is finished, or to a state where they're considered finished, then they won't be resetting it, and you'll be able to just play it and keep everything. But at the moment, because they're constantly redeveloping it, they're constantly putting in new modules and everything like that, they've got to reset the servers. Because, like at the moment, for example, we go through and we'll mine materials and all of a sudden those materials will run out because of the fact that we've mined them all and the game's not creating new ones and stuff like that. So there are reasons why they want to reset the server.
Yeah.
But there is a bit of a push with the Star Citizen community at the moment to stop the resets, to leave the game running until we get to a point where then we can turn around and say, yes, well, we do need to actually definitely reset this time. So, yeah, some people are pushing for that. And it is an option. I think it could be a good idea if they stop resetting.
That exact problem was happening with Empyrean Galactic Survival. People would put up a server, and to get certain things, you have to raid the points of interest, right? You have to take out NPC bases. Now, the thing is that they didn't have the automatic respawn for these POIs. Now they do. And that's basically what it sounds like Star Citizen needs the resource reset and POI reset.
Yeah, and look, I'm not
basically.
If you want to put on your conspiracy theory hat and tinfoil hat, look, yeah, obviously it does help with ship sales. Obviously, you know, they are still needing to develop this game. You know, they still need, you know, several $1 million every year. They still need around $40 to $50 million a year to keep development. So there is that aspect.
That's
of
crazy.
It. Yeah, well, they're the fees, the company costs to run Cloud Imperium now with the 5 studios and everything is approximately $38 million.
So this is a AAA title, basically AAA studio trying to survive on indie methods. It's interesting.
And they're doing it.
Yeah. They're doing it. That's great. I'm probably not going to buy a $800 ship. I'm serious, but I'll probably just pick up a copy of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say I've actually got a second account, so that actually has a starter ship on board. Dude, if you want to play it and like join us one day, I can give you the login and password, and you can play on that account, and we can just take out one of my hammerheads or something like that, and yeah, you don't have to worry about buying any of the ships. I've brought enough for both of us, okay? I'm going to fully admit that, so...
Jesus Christ. Yeah, one of my mates I used to know, he put a couple thousand into it at the Kickstarter, like, way back, years ago. He probably still has amazing stuff. Like, he showed me Star Citizen when all you had was a hangar and a ship in it, literally, and all you could do is go out the hangar and fly around the hangar and go back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Dude, now, like the other day, dude, I jumped on my ship, I left the spaceport, I flew to a different planet, I landed at Houston, I walked around Houston, brought some materials, jumped back in my ship, and flew to a different moon, and without any loading screens.
Yeah.
It's just, and like you walk around Houston, dude, dead set. It looks like a fucking movie. It is just obscene the quality that he is doing like this game. It is just holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe, so that stuff I told you earlier, that there's more money being spent in indie, and there's a lot of smaller places like Elion Studios and Space Engineers guys, Keen that was. You've got all these other people making amazing games, you know, like Oxygen Not Included, all that, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe the reason why specifically Star Citizen is getting the heat more than anyone else is what you just said. I guess I wasn't aware of that. This is $1 million company doing this. Okay. Yeah. That's probably the canary in the coal mine.
Yeah. And I will fully admit with Razorfist, who made a video about Star Citizen, and I love his videos, but I debunked his Star Citizen video. But what I was going to say was I agree with Razorfist when he says that Star Citizen if it fails, it will drag down the gaming industry. It will drag down the indie industry. If Star Citizen fails, it will
That would be
crush the whole indie development team and the whole indie industry. There is literally so much writing on this right now that it cannot fail, because if it does, it's just going to fucking kill everything. So.
Well, I hope not. I hope it doesn't fail.
No, neither do I, because I spent about $600 on fucking ships. I want it to succeed. I want to fly my fucking Planet Merchant.
server will be restarting.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up to the ship, and then I'm going to match the speed, and then we're just going to have to sit it out.
Well, I mean, I would not. I think at this point, I wouldn't compare something like microtransactions and loot boxes to what Star Citizen's doing. It's not the same. But it could get flack in the same sort of way, because all the AAA companies are getting smashed by these practices.
Yeah, I don't think people have a problem with loot boxes per se when it comes to, like, for example. So I think the problem with loot boxes isn't when it's like a cosmetic thing. It's more when it's a pay-to-win thing. And there is definitely definitely an aspect where Star Citizen with pay-to-win. I know the community hates me.
Wow.
I know the community hates me saying this, but I'm sorry. If I buy the $300 Planet Merchant and you and I get into a dogfight, I'm going to whip your ass. I am going to beat you in your Mustang Alpha so freaking hard that you will be still shell-shocked the next week. Let's face it, if I go up against a hammerhead in a Mustang Alpha, you are going to lose. Horribly lose.
So that is a pay-to-win type of thing going on there.
Yes. Now look, you can buy the ships in game, full disclosure, yada yada yada. Of course you can. And it is hard to buy them at the moment because obviously they haven't put all the currency, they haven't put all the stuff in the game yet. They're still building the mechanics and stuff like that. Like, we're getting salvage and stuff in the next 3 to 6 months.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And it's the same guys that did the mining mechanic. And dude, the mining mechanic is absolutely beautiful. It is
cool.
Yeah, like you sit there, right, and you've got like a little, like, you use your scroll mouse or pedals if you've got pedals, but you use your scroll on your mouse, and you got to keep the laser in between 2 bars, right? So you have to get the laser up to that point. You have to keep it between those 2 bars, and the rocks have instability. So, like, for example, a rock might have an instability of like 1.6. So the heat on the rock will jump up and down with that instability. So if it gets too high, you've got to down the power to sort of, stop the rock from overheating. Otherwise it blows up and destroys your ship. And if it gets too low, you got to like push it up to keep it up into those, between those bars, because otherwise the rock won't fracture. So it's not like a simple, I'm just going to point and shoot sort of thing. It's like you literally got to sit there and adjust it.
I can't go on the continue.
If the rock explodes, it can blow up your ship? Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yeah, they literally put like real world, because you're like firing a laser into a rock. And if the rock gets too hot, it blows up. Philip, man, if you want to drain the atmosphere, we can start rating this power module.
I can go back. I can press continue. I can do on the fresh start.
So apparently you're in the game.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. So try the fresh start.
Okay, so what if I drain the atmosphere out of this ship? You've got your helmet up, that should kill you, and then you should be able to respawn back in the base.
Hold on. I don't. Окей. Да.
Are you right there, man, or have you?
No, I tried to flash that and it's kicked me off on the. They should sort it out. This.
So you
Ah,
can't.
you can go. Hold on, I will try to restart it again, but
Okay.
maybe. Oh, damn.
Well, while I wait, I'm gonna go over and start salvaging. Alright.
Restarting all day.
But anyway, but yeah, apart from all that,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, like I say, man, look, I play Star Citizen a fair bit. If I'm ever on, or however, if I'm not on, even if you want to just jump in and use that second account, man, we'll take one of the ships out one day, and yeah, you can get all the benefits of playing with me, and not have to worry about spending all your money.
Yeah, well. Oh man, I get some specials on Steam and everything, but yeah, no more big spending on PC related gaming and whatnot.
So,
I mean, I can tell you what, I did get in trouble. I did get in trouble off the missus for the 1080 Ti thing. That did happen. That was $1,300.
Oof! I was going to ask what it cost you.
It's cheap, in the sense that it used to be $2,000.
Yeah. Did she
did?
Did she accept that as a solid answer?
Somewhat. She knew that they were expensive before, and I could never have gotten one. And what I did is I risked not being able to get one, because they were selling out. This is after Nvidia ended Pascal, and I basically sat there on PC waiting for the price to go down. And then when the ray tracing update came for Battlefield, right on that day when I saw the performance and it was abysmal, then sales ramped up for the Pascal cards, and it brought the price down to about $1,300. And I grabbed it. About 2 weeks later, they went completely out of stock in Australia. You can't get them anymore. And the lowest was $1,300, so I got it at the lowest possible price you could. So I did win in a way.
But you didn't lose either.
Well, I mean, it still cost me a fortune, but yeah, I got one. Right on the end too. So, and I'm gonna keep this thing for until I'm gonna run into the ground. Like, I'm not getting another card until this is dead. Like until it explodes.
To be honest, man, I think the 1080 will be fine to use for like the next 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I can't see them. Performance
is not going to go up. No. They've hit a even on 7 nanometer. So the 1080 Ti I think is 14 nanometer. I think it is, or 12 nanometer, something like that. Yeah. Even 7 nanometer is not going to bring the performance up. We're at a limit of where you can't get more than this out of 300 watts, and it's not going to change until 3 nanometer, and that's not till about 2025.
Yeah.
So the 1080 Ti level of performance, I think, we're stuck with it for a long time.
Yeah, like I know someone that's got two 2080s. You don't want to know how much he spent on these cards. He's got 2 machines, and both of them have 2080 cards, and
which is
he's running like 4K. He runs 4K, 4K at 60 frames. Real big Star Citizen.
You're still on that server, right?
As far as I know, you're still on the ship, man. Yeah. I'm
showing
over on
0 players now.
So it's East 1, I think it was.
One of them glitches.
Yeah.
Turing only moves the bar one notch, so 1080 Ti is equal to 2080, and 2080 Ti is one above 1080 Ti. That's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as say 1070 versus 2070, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
So yeah. The 2060 isn't out yet, but God, that's going to be a disaster. Apparently, there's going to one of the companies put in 44 different registered variants of 2060s.
Why?
What?
So many?
I don't know. Everyone is just like, what the? Yeah, it's weird, man. No one understands what the hell's going on.
Maybe they can't find which one they want. They're like. Do you think that maybe they've registered a few different ones because they're like, well, we're not happy with the performance on any of these, but we'll register them for now, and then we'll pick the best one after we've sort of gone through and developed them a little more, maybe?
Basically, they've got like, I think it's kind of like 10 variants using different configurations. So it's like 40 something configuration types. I think it's because NVIDIA can't decide what the hell they're going to do.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
I would say it sounds like it's that more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 1060s are still massively in stock worldwide. You can't really get a 1080 Ti or a 1070 much anymore, but 1060s are just everywhere. They're like a virus at the moment. It's just everywhere.
I was thinking about buying a 1070 instead of the 1080. But
as a 1080 Ti owner, I could tell you that if you do somehow find one in stock somewhere by some miracle, grab it. It's so nice.
Even if I sell it on eBay for a fortune because limited stock in Australia.
I could still sell my 1080 Ti for what I bought it. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. Yes, you're still on the ship there, Philip, man. I don't know what's going on.
I'm on the menu.
Sorry?
Well, I'll show you the fun.
Do you want me to drain the atmosphere out of the ship so that it'll kill you, so that you'll respawn back at the base?
Who got on the Steam?
You do know you can post things in Discord, right? Alright.
I would tell you this. If you do have money that's burning a hole and you want to upgrade your PC...
No, I don't really have money that's burning a hole.
Well, just wait a week. CES is in a week, and all the major AMD announcements will be there, and then you can just wait till about March, and you can pick up... You'll be able to pick up a 16-core, 32-thread Ryzen 3 for cheaper than a 9900K.
Sorry, pick up what? Sorry?
You'll be able to pick up from the leaks. AMD is going to completely pummel Intel. You'll be able to get a 16-core chip for like $400, and it's going to be like a 4.7 gigahertz chip.
Yeah. You keep saying this, and I'm going to say to you the exact same thing that I said last time. Show me the benchmarks.
Yeah, we have to wait. But CES is when AMD is going to announce all this. And when the benchmarks come out, I guarantee you it is going to pummel Intel. It's going to be hilarious to watch. Yeah, but in the graphics card side, not really. Navi is probably going to be like 1080 Ti type stuff at the most for cheaper. That's about it, really.
Philip, your character's immortal. He's not dying.
That's
I know,
awesome.
I've seen it.
I love immortality.
I don't know what's going on with your character, dude. I really don't know what to say.
I heard about it before. Try to restart even Steam, so I try to do that one.
Do you want me to try logging out and seeing if that kicks you as well?
Wouldn't be point because you will get lost your position.
Well, I was going to say,
I'm just trying to reconnect it, and we'll see if it will be not working. You will just hang on. I will log in after later on or whatever. When you will be back, on the base.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I could go, I could grab... I've already grabbed a couple of things. Let me do one more raid on something. It says that you're now playing Heli.
Just don't waste the warp,
Sorry, Matt? Sorry, I didn't understand that, sorry.
I think he's cut out.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not.
I saw you got a bit of sub growth on your main channel. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's slow. It's slow. I need to...
because I have still 0 players.
You still have 0 players, do you?
Yeah.
Which is really neat because I'm playing at the moment, so I don't know how that would work, but... Okay, we're in warp. Let's see if you're still here. Yep, okay, you're surviving warp. I can't loot you or anything either. It's like you're... Dude, you're a ghost.
Have you any gun?
Have I got a gun? No.
We still
No.
don't pick up.
Do you
Just
want me
try
to
to
shoot
shoot, Yeah, exactly.
I can try and shoot you.
Depressurize the cabin.
I
That'll
tried
kill
that.
him.
He survived.
You did it.
Oh,
And I'm still there, and I even didn't have a helmet. I have to open the helmet, so I should be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
I'm
This
trying
character's
to-
immortal.
that's awesome. You can
Yeah.
breathe in a vacuum.
When I'm
That's
trying
awesome.
to get back on the server, it's showing me there as a 0 playing currently. But we know he's already there. So it's at least one person is playing on the server, and it's still showing me 0.
I think the server bugged out then.
Yeah,
That's probably what happened, yeah.
yeah. We're trying to figure out how to unbug it though.
Server restart would cover it. They'd probably just wait for a server restart.
Well, that's
They do that one.
That's what actually happened, why we were disconnected.
That's what actually caused the bug, apparently.
Well, shit.
Hey, is there fabrication module?
There's
Just
supposed to be hab units, but
Yeah. Or
it's
even if it's dock module, just take it.
well, yeah, that's an airlock. So that's only an airlock in an L shape.
Take it.
What do we need an airlock for?
Don't
We've
go
already got
to
one.
empty. No, maybe we will need a second one for the storage room. I'm not sure if it's automatically with her.
We will need one later, but what I want is a hab unit to stick on the back of the command module so that we can seal off that back room.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
it would be better to have anyway other one.
True. Well, I figured if we get
You can always-
a hab unit, we can then add a third player, and maybe Satellite, if he wanted to jump in, could jump in loan sometime. Not forcing him to play Helion or anything, but you know.
Well, it doesn't sound like I could join you now.
No, I don't think anybody can join me now. I think it's kind of bugged, but
You've got your own personal server at the moment.
yeah. I personally, I think what I should do is grab a hab unit if I can, go back to base, and then sign out in a cryopod and sign back in, and see if that fixes the problem.
Or you'll just be locked out then until the next server restart.
Which is why I want to do it in a cryopod too, in case I am.
Alright.
Look, if I get locked out, then I'll just play Star Citizen. It's no real big thing, so yeah.
I just from the fun, I think just try to send me the invite invitation on the Steam again.
From a pod. Yeah. I need I need a cryopod to do that though, which is why I'm trying to find a happy in it.
Oh, I thought there's some easier way.
No, you need to do it from a cryopod.
Right. And what if I will start as a fresh?
Maybe. Yeah. Try
And
jumping on
after-
East 2. Try jumping on East 2 and see if that resets your account.
No, it didn't help me. That's what I already did. If I will start as a fresh, and after we basically connect them to our modules through the T point, that should work, because anytime after that, if I will log in, I will log my, and I don't need to wait for your invite.
Yeah, try that. See if that works. See if you can start fresh on the server. I can send out a distress call and you can see if you can register the call at least. And
Be pretty funny if there's two of him then.
yeah, twins. And even if he did that, it might actually kick him from from my game that I'm in.
Oh yeah.
It might. I don't know. Yeah.
And just funny thing. Did you get my message on?
No. Someone messaging me on Twitter. Someone sending me a meme. I love myself sometimes. Oh, I found
There's some
I found a
invitation.
junkyard. Sorry.
I can get even from the cryopod from the beginning.
Sorry, what was that meant, sorry? Damn it, I've been leaving my freaking oxygen running this whole time. Okay, your character really is immortal because apparently we've had no atmosphere in the whole ship this whole time and you're still alive. Oh, no.
Maybe it's registered as the helmet down, and you have to wait for him to run out of oxygen.
Maybe. Well, he's going to run out of oxygen soon, hopefully, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just bugged. So, apart from that, what else have we missed in gaming since you and I haven't been catching up? Oh, Fallout 76. Holy shit. It's been a bad year for gaming. Can we just say that now and just...
In the AAA space, yeah. Everywhere else, it's fine.
Yeah, true.
One game that's done really well in the AAA space is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's pretty. I've played that too. It's nice.
Is it? I haven't played that yet.
Yeah. It's really nice. All maxed out and everything. It's like, oh wow, the graphics. Oof.
Does Lara Croft have some bounce to her step?
Nah, not really.
Ah.
But she is pretty.
Lara Croft. Sorry.
Nah, she is pretty though. She does look very pretty.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it is Lara Croft, so yeah, she did look very pretty.
Yeah, they didn't pull a Mass Effect Andromeda on us or anything like that.
I never played Mass Effect, so I never really get that reference. I heard there was a little bit of controversy about the game Mass Effect Andromeda, but
the male character looks nice. He's actually very handsome. Yeah. The female character is like, 3 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the reference.
Okay, cool. Why did they
Whereas in previous Mass Effect titles, the female characters were very pretty. It was just a SJW thing they did.
Fuck me drunk. Hey, have you heard... I don't know if you've heard about this. Have you heard about the indie game that was... Was it The Long Night? It was that cyberpunk game set in the future where SJWs rule the world and political correctness has gone through the roof.
Yes, I heard of that.
Yes. Have you heard that it's been suspended?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. One of their major backers, which was Microsoft, pulled out. Yeah. It was very saddening. Yeah.
Why do you reckon they pulled out? I have a theory.
Well, because the main developer said those things he said. That he's an egalitarian and all that sort of thing.
Did you think the main developer had anything wrong to apologise for?
No, he had nothing to apologise for, no.
No, neither do I, actually. I think he was pretty right on. Look, at the end of the day, it's his point of view. He can have whatever he wants, right? But we still live in that time frame, don't we? Please, someone tell me.
But then again, the actual game storyline itself is probably controversial.
Yes. That would be my guess as well, because, at the end of the day, this is not a very good future for the SJWs.
Pretty much.
Alright, Philip, no worries, man. So, yeah. There's that. Fallout, buggier than Cockroach.
But which one game from Bethesda is not buggy?
Sorry, man, what was that?
Which one game from the Bethesda is not buggy?
Well...
Fallout 3 buggy, Fallout 4 buggy, Skyrim buggy. You can't avoid it. It's the nature of the company, It's just people doesn't expecting that, on that Fallout 76, people just complaining about real stuff. What I didn't like, the price was dropped over the 45% since they launch, and it's over the month, or it was an early month, and I find out that I bought it for 60 quid or 60 pounds, and now it's selling in Tesco for 25 pounds. And it was just, what worth my 35 quid, just because I want to pay, the early access and such, and that was so much because of the big bad review. It's not really fair, And it's not only me on Facebook, it's a lot of people on the community over there is complaining about the prices as well. about the glitches, the people, making, guns and such, because of the glitch or because of the glitch.
Yeah,
Basically not fair.
But at the end of the day, obviously that will always happen with a game. Playing devil's advocate here, if I buy, for example, any particular game, it is going to drop in price. That will always happen. Obviously, you guys don't expect it to drop so fast.
Not so soon after launch.
Yeah, but yeah. But as to your comment about buggy and all that sort of stuff, dude, the half the bugs that were in Fallout 76 were actually fixed in Fallout 4. And Fallout didn't even bother incorporating a patch. Sorry?
By modders, it was fixed.
Yeah, and they didn't even incorporate a patch to go through and to fix it. They just kept the broken version of the game in the actual game. That's just lazy programming. That.
I don't know. I'm lucky. Last few years games with it's glitchy. Like Fallout 4, Fallout 76, KSP. Now the Hellion. It's 4 games on the row. Which one I really like, and it's glitchy. And I don't know why I picked it.
I think it's a sign of the games coming out, man. It's a lot of AAA games at the moment are buggy, they are glitchy, and they're rushing games out the door before they're finished.
Pretty much.
Because they're trying to make the money without the sense or before it's properly finished. And that's what I like actually on the Hellion, because they saying it's early access. We want to know how it will be working, what is the glitches, how we can fix to improve it, and after we will release the game.
Yeah, it's the same with Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I find funny is like the community will whinge or complain about, for example, Star Citizen or Hellion or some game that's taking too long to develop. But then they'll sit there and they'll also whinge and bitch about, for example, about this, about Fallout or whatever it may be. It's like you can't have both. It's one or the other.
Yeah, because it was make the big presentation. Oh, that will be amazing game. Oh, that will be such and such. Oh, that will be there. Oh, we have that. And after people, just you have that one, but it actually doesn't work. Yeah, you have that one, but it's caused this problem. Or you. It's not really. They didn't. I believe so. They weren't ready, and for some point they were just rushing to release that before the Christmas to gather a lot of money without the sense. But I don't know why. If they would keep it, for free and just fix, what is there, or at least, that major bugs, it would be better. Or it wouldn't make, so bad names or bad setup so early released.
But it's gaming companies not caring about their base, and that's the core problem. That's the core cancer, I think, in the gaming industry at the moment, is the fact that gaming communities or gaming corporations, AAA games like EA and all that, they don't give a shit. They don't care about their base. They just care about making money. You look at Titanfall 2. They literally released Titanfall 2 2 weeks before Battlefield's new game came out, and 2 weeks before Call of Duty's new game came out. They put a AA game, which was freaking fantastic, by the way, and they put it literally smack 2 weeks in the middle of 2 major AAA games. Like, you may as well have just fired everybody at the studio. You may as well just fired everybody, because there's no way this game had a snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that says to the fan base of Titanfall? You know, like, shit. They don't care about us. They don't care about the people that Respawn. They don't care about the fan base that want this game to be success. And dude, it was a friggin' original idea. It was a fantastic idea. It was a trendsetter for like the parkour movements and everything. It was fantastic. But they didn't give two shits. They didn't care about it. EA wanted people to buy it, and they just cared about money.
It's actually started beginning because I saw the video of previews of the first game from the beta, which one was basically the Fallout 3, and it was working on it 30 or 40 people, don't want to lie, but it was definitely on that video properly. And it was increasing just the amount of the people. But actually that game or that idea, where it didn't change, it's more likely. If you look on the Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, the inventory and such things, weren't really change it, weren't improve it, weren't, reduced, stable. Now it's came to Fallout 76 and it's still same. It's never changed. And they saying, there was working 30 people or 40 people, even with the glitch. It was absolutely amazing game, which one nobody respect in the. And now it's came to Fallout 76, basically the third game from them, of the Fallout. And basically it's still same. And if you look on the Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76, it really looks the same. That graphics, yeah, obviously, it's getting better because we have a better resources. But that's all. They just creating the movie or new season of the movie because it's just changed, that from that history, like somebody write, how it's called, scenario, like for the movie, part 1, part 2, part 3, and just trying to connect that somewhere, in the world, and that's all what actually is happening over there. But if you look on any other game, AAAs or whatever, it's you can see it's always improvements everywhere on the story, on the graphics, on the physics, even the better engine or improve the engine and such, and actually better out on these failing.
I would disagree with that. I think the AAA game has a serious problem at the moment with what I call cookie cutter games. Call of Duties, your Black Ops, your Battlefields. It's the same shit, game after game after game. Like, Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5. What's the difference? World War II, World War One. Like, was that? What major physics or environmental difference, apart from the storyline, was the difference between those two games?
Well, the same thing.
To be honest, I don't know because I stopped playing Call of Duty when Warfare 3 and Battlefield with the Battlefield 3. That's where I stopped playing. But I was playing the Battlefield 1, 2, and 3, and stopped playing after that. I didn't see the improvement of the story and didn't like the just shooting game. Just you go for the 10-15 minutes and that's why I don't playing Fortnite. Because for me, it go there on the server, spend there between 2 to 10 minutes, and you again starting from the beginning with no sense, Where is some your progress or something? What is your progress of the games? Nothing.
What were you going to say, Sava?
Well, I was just saying the same thing happened with Just Cause. It's cookie cutter. Like all 4 Just Causes are the same thing, although people still kind of like it because at least it's a good game. But yeah, I mean it's basically the same sort of cookie cutter mentality going on with that too. It is a problem, and I think a lot of people call it AAA fatigue. I think that's the terminology I've seen.
Yeah, I don't think it's fatigue so much. I think it's more the fact that they're freaking lazy.
Being lazy, yeah.
Yeah, they're lazy. They don't give a shit anymore. They just they'll buy it. Well, sorry, AAA games, we won't just buy it. You know, you have to literally sit here and convince us to buy this game. We're not just mindless sheep that are gonna go through and buy your game just because it's the new Call of Duty. No, that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. Current year is no longer an excuse.
Yeah. I found a life module. I'm adding it to the base soon. But yeah, I don't know. I think the whole AAA. I think the problem with the AAA gaming industry is the same shit that is affecting a lot of these big corporations everywhere. I think this is a sickness that is in major corporations, not just in gaming. I think this is a problem that is plagued throughout. I don't know. I want to say humanity. And I think people are starting to, not to get over dramatic, but I think people are starting to realize that this is shit that we don't want anymore. We don't want this crap anymore.
Yeah, I am a little bit proud. I have to say, I am a bit proud of the gaming community. The gaming community, like the players, the backlash. I have enjoyed seeing it. I've been wanting this to happen for years. Yeah, I mean, and it's nice. Even the console community is fighting back on all this, which is great. Yeah. It's good to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think people are taking this laying down, and I kind of support them. Like I know you get your games journalists to sit there and go, gamers are entitled. Well, the fact of the matter is that we're allowed to be entitled.
Yeah, we're paying for the product.
We're paying for the game. Oh no, the gamers don't want to buy our game anymore. Well, here's an idea: build a better effing game.
Well, the guy from CD Projekt Red, when he talked about Cyberpunk 2077, he's basically just taken multiple digs at the other companies. He said, like, we're going to release an extraordinary game. We're going to show the industry how it's done. I just laughed.
It's funny. It's the same thing Chris Roberts has said too, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, gents, I will be finishing. I have to go to shopping.
Yeah.
I will be back in 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe you will be not here, but.
Oh, well, I'll keep an eye on the ship and see if your character times out. But yeah, I got no idea, man. It's weird. But
I need to finish that one and we'll see if I go to connect anytime.
Yeah, I got no idea how to fix it. I really don't. I don't even know what to do to get you back in the game for some reason. You're still standing there even now.
Maybe for the next thing there.
Well, yeah.
Or what? Actually, I know what you can do.
What's that?
Remove everything from the ship. You will be back on the base. Remove everything from the ship and start to sending her away and put the destruction activation for it.
Yeah.
So it will be slow move away, and once it will reach that 5 minutes, it will be blow up, and maybe that will be disappear.
I thought about that. I thought about self-destructing the ship and seeing if that actually releases you from your current state. But at the moment, I'm a little bit afraid that your character would survive the explosion, and then you'd just be floating in space.
It actually doesn't matter. I can connect it back to that body. Anyway.
So you can connect to the server, can you?
I can, just as a fresh start.
As a fresh start. Okay, and you're still in the ship,
Yeah.
which is really weird, but anyway.
Mm-hmm. I was as a fresh start, but I couldn't get from that cryo for some reason. one is funniest. Whatever.
I found a life support module, and I'm stealing it. Helion piracy.
Okay. Anyway, that my idea, what I was telling you yesterday with the storage mode, I done that on the other side of work. What is the problem when somebody kill you? You will show up inside, but when you will be disconnected or something, and you will show up, you will be not able never go back to the, because you come disconnected and get in.
Ah, okay. Yeah. You'd be locked out.
You will be just lock the base. Okay, see you later.
See ya.
See you, man. I'll see you later. But yeah, anyway, what were we talking about?
I'm not sure, but my kid is awake now, so I have to go let her out. I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries, man. Enjoy.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Wow, there's stuff exploding. What the hell?
What? Stuff's exploding? Don't explode.
Yeah, I hope it's not my ship exploding.
Why is your ship exploding?
Oh, never mind. It was a meteor shower.
Ah, okay.
I think it was the sound of meteors coming down.
Oh, okay. I must
Yeah,
admit,
it's okay.
I like the new start for Halion. That was pretty intense.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, wow, they did that. That was cool.
Yeah. I'm kind of wishing it was
Paid
real
someone
and not
to-
just a simulator though. Like, I really would like to see the actual thing, the planet, like it actually crashing towards a planet. That'd be kind of cool.
Hmm.
Like, you know, like put like a countdown, like, you know, like this ship will crash into a planet in less than 5 minutes. Don't fuck around, people. Move.
The little one's a bit more vocal now, saying words like, I don't know if you heard that in the background. She's like saying hello.
Hello.
Well, she just walks around saying it, like, just sort of experimenting with vocalizing things, which is pretty cool, I guess.
How's the kid?
Yeah. She's doing well. I was looking for magnesium. Do you hear that? Yeah. So this planet, does it have magnesium? No. Alright. Let's go one of the other ones. So within this system I'm in, can I get magnesium from somewhere? Let's see.
Oh, I found another ship.
Yes. Ah, the main planet does have magnesium. That's good.
Yeah, so what I was thinking about doing was thinking about playing games for the first couple of hours every day. And and then basically doing the partisan news. Sorry, non-partisan news. At about 7 o'clock.
Freudian slip. Yeah, it's just a joke. Although in your latest video, you actually said that this might not be non-partisan.
Yeah.
Well, that was funny.
Yeah, I don't know how I could be partisan on that one. Non-partisan on that one.
It can be hard to be partisan in that particular video. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But that's like Leslie was saying the other day. You know, like not mentioning any specifics because they'll get me banned from Twitch. But you know, like, oh, why are you supporting these? Why are you sticking up for these guys? I'm like, dude, I'm non-partisan. Like, I just tell people how it is, regardless of feelings or regardless of statements. It's just, this is what's happened. This is the news. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is what's happened, and that's what you cover. And you know, if you don't like it, you can jump.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but anyway. But yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to. I know what's going to happen on Saturday, and I know what's going to be the result. I'm not going to like the result of this, because they're going to go and try and make it so that it's more authoritarian than Australia already is. But
you think that's how it's going to go down, huh?
Yeah. I think they're going to use it as an excuse to clamp down.
Well, you know, black pills are reality sometimes. It sucks, man. Yeah. Why? 135mm HMSL is what I need.
So what are you playing at the moment? Space Engineers?
Empyrean Galactic Survival. It's Alpha 9 now. It's two major versions since you've played it. It's hard. I love the updates I've done. It's amazing.
Is it still blocky?
Is it what?
Is it still blocky spaceships?
What do you mean blocky?
Like as in like squarey?
No, it's never been squarey. The graphics are pretty good actually.
Yeah. All right.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I might be thinking of another game. There's a lot of games.
You're thinking of Minecraft.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Well, let me rescue this ship, and I might jump on Imperium then if I can't stream this. And...
135mm HMSL. 135. Why can't I build a 135mm HMSL? I'm just blind.
Don't know. Why can't you build it?
130, 130, 150, 155. Rocket. What? Maybe I just. Maybe I haven't got it unlocked. I mean, I've got the weapons, but I don't have. That's. Yeah, okay. That's what's going on. There we go. Yeah, because it's not unlocked doesn't mean I can't build it in a different way. And I should have the ammo there now.
Okay.
130. There it is. 135mm HMSL is magnesium promethium. Awesome. Let's build. Let's build a few of these. All right. Yeah, so it uses electronics, promethium magnesium. So what does the electronics use? Electronics requires copper and silicon. Yeah, so it's going to uses a fair bit of different resources to build these homing missiles. But
Homing missiles. Do homing missiles go boom?
Yeah. As far as silicon, got plenty of that, I suppose. Yeah, copper, got plenty of that. Actually, I might pick up some more silicon probably while I'm around, just to be sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some silicon and some. Yeah, definitely need more magnesium. So that other planet has magnesium. The planet I'm on right now has silicon. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, wow.
Yes, Dad. Wow. Dad, pay attention. Wow. Kids.
Shh. Yeah, I'll take 7 grilled steaks with. Now, if you hop in though, I'm nowhere near any of the starting planets, so you're completely alone and I can't do anything about it.
Oh man, you gonna ditch me?
Yeah, and on top of that, the server is not in a public setting. I can make it public. Well, actually, I'll leave it as not public, but I'll give you the IP address. Yeah. This game is pretty well fleshed out, so it has restrictions and various things that you just. I'd have to fly over there and pick you up, basically.
That's right.
But I'm quite a few light years away.
That's right. I'm not doing it just yet. Let me know when you get close to the planet.
Bye-bye.
That could be not until tomorrow.
Okay. That's right. It's alright. I can play Hellion on my own.
On the starting planet. On the starting planet, I do have a base there, and it's got tons of resources.
Okay.
So you can go to that base if you join my faction, and you can use it. So there is that.
Okay.
Yeah, I left the power turned off. You just have to turn it on, basically. Yeah. Hey, will you calm down? What? Actually, I'll go AFK again in just a minute. I know what she wants.
Yep.
I forgot to turn the cartoons on for her.
It's all about the cartoons.
Yeah, it's because I'm on the computer, and so she's like, well, I mean, if you're not going to pay attention to me, can you at least do this? And it's like, yeah, okay. So it's kind of like, she's still a bit non-verbal, so I kind of have to sort of deduce what she wants. Yeah. It's interesting. Keeps me on my toes. There's the fridge. I'll put my... Where's the steaks? What happened? Oh, it's okay. Why are they sitting in that part of my freaking inventory? Jeez. Okay, put that there. All right. Give me a minute. Smashing the table.
Seeing his character that freaked me out. I thought someone was on my ship for a sec.
Hello?
Yep, back again.
There's no background sound from the TV show? Okay, good. Yep, it's not coming through on my end.
Oh, I can just hear it, but I'm not really.
Yeah,
fussed
I
about
just
it.
got to make sure that YouTube doesn't ping it because it's Netflix.
No, there's no way they're
Yeah.
doing that. No.
Yeah, I made sure on my end too that it's not doing that. Because people do actually get freaking strikes for that crap. It's like just background noise. It's like,
Yeah,
come
it's
on,
ridiculous.
YouTube. Anyway.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna fly off to the other planet then. This ship is fast too. I've got a nice ship here.
Initialize. Yeah. Come on, swing up. Come on, swing up.
And they added all these wonderful little things too, like cruise control. You can turn the brakes off, like the whatnot, so you can just cruise up to speed and then just glide through space.
Okay.
Yeah. They've got solar. They now have solar and batteries. They've added like they've rebalanced all the recipes for everything, so it's just really cool. The food, all that stuff.
Cool.
It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Yeah. Apart from that, I honestly, there's not a whole lot of new stuff to really mention.
Mm.
It's sort of just chilling out too, like just enjoying things as well.
How's it good?
2018 was not a great year. I think the first half of the year I just spent way too much mind power share, whatever you want to call it, just on all the garbage going on in the world.
Mm. I think there's a bit of that going around actually with some of our
Fatigue.
former friends.
Yeah. think I think what's probably happening is, I mean, it's not an original idea, but people might be getting sick of talking about politics. They're getting more interested to do with like a different aspect of what's going on, seeing it in a different way.
Hmm.
What's a way to maybe describe it? People are more engaged in sort of culture than politics at the moment.
Yeah.
You kind of maybe understand what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the culture war is what people are getting into now, not so much the political stuff.
Hmm.
Because I think people are starting to understand that politics is downstream from culture, right?
True.
So if you want to fix the politics, you've got to fix the culture.
True.
I guess that makes a lot of sense to me. I can totally get on board with that concept.
You mean Paul
So-
Joseph Watson was always right when he said it was downstream?
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people are getting there, starting to understand that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a theory which I won't talk about on stream because it deals with some of our former friends. But I had a theory about a certain group of people and why they focus on a certain group and not another group.
Mhm.
So, wanted to know what you thought about it. We'll talk about it later. But yeah. Apart from that,
How does this ship seriously not have a detector? What the hell? Man,
It's
I am
built
not
like
going to fly back to get a freaking detector. I'm just going to cheat a block in and put it on. What the hell?
So yeah, Star Citizen. I brought a battered merchant.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well then.
I'll send you a photo of what this ship looks like so you can get an idea of why I might have brought it. This thing looks fucking badass. And let me see if I can find the photo. You don't want to know how much I spent on this ship.
Oh, this ship is made with hardened steel blocks. Nice. Like
Is that-
fully hardened ones.
Is it
Combat
different
steel.
from
Yeah.
normal steel blocks?
Yeah, it's the hardened steel stuff. It's very this ship is wow, this ship is monstrous. Nice. There we go, I got a detector on there now. I can find things.
I'm trying to find a good photo of her.
So it's getting pretty damn warm in the room.
So,
Man, the 1080 Ti, it because the performance being high, so when I actually noticed this. It puts out the same amount of, it uses the same amount of power, puts out the same amount of heat as a 1060 did, if
Right.
you are say at the same performance level with the game. Like you just want to go, okay, I'll just play it at 60 FPS or just limit the FPS, right?
Right.
But since I play everything, like I've got Empyrean right now maxed out at 120, and it's doing like 200 watts. And I'm telling you, but putting out 250 to 300 watts of heat, oh god, it makes this whole corner of the room hot as.
really?
Yeah, like even if it's not hot, I gotta turn the air conditioner on eventually.
Mm.
It's insane.
Well, that's not a good thing for your electricity bill and for summer.
I don't have to worry too much about the electricity bill.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see.
I mean, I have a good deal with the carrier, but there's whatnot.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on from that.
I'm
I
sending-
also
I'm
would
sending you
say
a photo.
that. What?
I'm sending you a photo.
Oh, okay. A photo to my phone?
I don't know. Do I send it to Orbital or Sat?
Send it to Orbital. That's fine.
Hey, did you know that you
Overly enormous planets kind of annoy me.
can actually dock them to your space using your ship as the thrusters?
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
No, neither did I. It's kind of cool. But yeah.
Yeah. That's alright, eh?
Which is what I just said, or the ship.
Hmm.
Are you there?
Hey? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Are you listening, or are you playing a game and busy at the moment?
No, I'm listening.
Yeah. So hang on. So what was all? Hang on. What is all right? Are you talking about? Was it the ship or what I just said about the docking? I'm confused.
So you said you can dock your ship to your
Yes.
station.
Yes. Yep. So you can dock your ship. So for example, I found a life support module, right? I'm about
Yeah.
to attach it to my base, and I'm actually
Yeah.
going to use my ship as the thrusters to actually attach it.
Sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. What did you think you couldn't do that?
Yeah. I didn't know we could do that.
But didn't we literally do that on that stream that day when we were like, wow, look what we just accomplished?
No, we did it with just another module that was attached.
I don't know. I thought because oh yeah, but then again, one of us was in the module and one was flying the ship.
Yeah.
So you're saying they now fixed it so you can actually do it from the ship?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, that is impressive if they did that.
Hmm.
That's cool. I like that.
Like for example, my ship is docked to the life support module. I'm going through and I'm using the ship's thrusters to move the life support module to dock it to the ship.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I have to say that. I totally like that. It's about time. I always thought that was a bit of a gap in the game.
Also, when you get a chance, check out your private messages too. You have a very nice photo of a very nice ship.
Oof, what's that?
That's my Bennett Merchant.
Damn, that's some nice artwork.
Mm.
Shit. Well, I guess their art guys are pretty skilled.
Yeah, they're
To put it mildly.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that picture and I thought, yeah, I gotta own one of those.
Hmm. Wow, these missiles are actually homing. That's nice.
Oh, cool.
They fixed it so they actually do home. Thank you, game developers.
So they
About
lock on,
bloody
do they?
time. Yeah, they used to not, and they used to piss me off. Alright, so this little outpost is defeated. Just get out and do some repairs. Hopefully it's nothing too majorly broken.
Can you take over that?
Ah, shit, I'm being shot at. Ah, damn it. Die, you Xenos.
Xenomorphs? Are you fighting aliens?
Yeah, these are aliens. Yeah, these guys are very xenophobic. They shoot me.
Oh, that's not very nice.
No. What happened to tolerance?
Exactly. They're obviously not leftists.
Nope. No. These are far right extremists.
Damn alt-right people.
Mm-hmm. They're everywhere.
Mm. Apparently there's going to be a whole stack of them in Melbourne if you read the newspaper.
I listened to your video and I was like in full agreement of everything you said in pretty much. I was like, yeah, they're just going to paint these people as horrible, you know, and it's just not true what they're saying and all that.
Mm.
Yeah, they really need to stop that, and I know they're not going to stop that.
No. No. I don't know, dude. So I met Cory Bernardi, the Prime Minister, the not Prime Minister, sorry, the Senator.
Mm-hmm.
He seems nice. He's on the right track, but he doesn't believe in freedom of speech.
Uh-oh. Well, that's no good.
No. I was kind of disappointed, to be honest. I felt like turning around and saying to him, so what's the difference between you and the left?
Did you say that?
No. I wasn't even close.
That shouldn't make a difference.
I do might get thrown
I'd
out.
hold his heat to the fire in public. Feet to the fire then.
Yeah, it was the first meeting I've had with him, and I didn't want to get thrown out. And
Yeah, you didn't want to rock the boat, yeah.
not on the first occasion. You know, maybe the second time. But no, I definitely quizzed him about the freedom of speech 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So,
No, man, that's cool. Like, yeah. There's always next time.
yeah.
Jeez. Those freaking cannons. They made quite a bit of dents in the armor. So annoying. But anyway, I've got it all repaired now. So there we go. Alright. Oh, really? They got damage all the way over here? Jeez. Yeah. Alright. So let's take a look at this outpost and see what we can steal from it. Eh?
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, these bloody xenomorphs.
You fighting aliens again, bro.
Yeah, they just showed up out of nowhere again and killed me. Unbelievable.
We're gonna have to talk to them. We're gonna have to get a whole bunch of leftists to go and talk to them. Try and explain
Yeah.
the errors of their ways.
I would say so. Yep.
Did you hear? They're trying to impeach Trump.
First day, yeah. First day, straight up. That is, like, so pathetic.
Yeah. It's like, well, you lasted a long time, didn't you?
Like, they can't actually spend the first day talking about something important. They just have to go, we're gonna impeach Trump. Arr.
It's Trump derangement syndrome, though. That's all it is. It's typical Trump derangement syndrome. It's not even gonna work.
It
It's
is.
a waste of time.
No, I agree. It is Trump derangement syndrome. It's real. It's freaking real. But the other problem they're having there is that the left is extremely fragmented in the US right now, and they've gotten because of the recent like a good explanation of it is because weird far lefties were running, and they had like it was basically just Republican and Democrat. And the Republican side was basically pointless, like bad people or something. So they really didn't have to really earn their votes. They're just people who just vote Democrat, and that's it. And it was crazy people who were the Democrats. So basically they just won by default. And now the left is full of weirdos that, like, I saw how, like, for example, people in the Democrats were, like, attacking their own. Like,
Yeah.
for example, what was it at Ocasio-Cortez was like protesting other Democrats. I was just like,
Oh
what?
God, really? Yeah.
It was just so weird. Yeah, she did a protest. You didn't hear about that?
No.
I think she was protesting Nancy Pelosi or something.
Oh God, really?
Oh, it's weird, man. Oh.
I know she was going to challenge for the leadership and for the speaking role and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff, and that sort of really didn't go anywhere. Yeah, it sort of all fell on its ass. But anyway.
Yeah. What do you think of what's going on with the Yellow Jackets? Because I'm sure you've got opinions about that. Strong opinions about that.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on them.
Okay. I love what they're doing too. Good on them. But I don't think it's going to help. I think that it's some kind of social manipulation led to that. I think that it's on purpose. They are using the event. The political establishment is going to coerce and use the event against them.
Maybe.
For example, Truthstream Media actually they hopped on a plane and went there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were showing that it was some kind of controlled opposition are the people who are actually lighting cars on fire. It's not actually the protesters doing it.
Yes. Yeah.
I
definitely think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so they might actually use that excuse in some bad way. I don't know. I hope that's not what happens, but it might.
It definitely might happen. Yes.
Yeah. I feel very worried about that.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, obviously, all these sort of things, look, there's a chance it's going to be used against us, and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we know that the Sydney riots, the Sydney thing, like that was a long time ago,
Yeah.
but they had bad actors in that.
Yes. And even Occupy Wall Street had bad
Yeah,
actors too.
and you know what's funny though? You can always tell them apart in some way, because they always, for example, if you look at the shoes, it'll be the police issue shoes,
Yeah.
things like that. And in the Sydney riots, the people who were causing the problems had military tattoos on their arms.
Okay.
Yeah, my mum was there, and she showed me some pictures of it. Like, back then, these are like actual film pictures that you get.
Yeah.
And she would just took them out and showed me, and I was like, wow, I didn't know this. Like, and she's like, yeah, man.
Mm.
This is what governments do. They co-opt movements.
Yep.
And turn them into, and basically rip them inside out.
Yep. Yes. There's always that risk of that happening. I fully get that.
It's not an excuse to not riot, but you do need to be careful. People need to be very careful about what they're doing. Yeah.
Yes, you need to be careful who is in your movement and who's in the movement for what reason.
Exactly.
It's something that I wish a lot of these guys would take more care with. What the hell? Why was that not working?
It's very hard to, though. I'll tell you that. Very hard to take care of that sort of thing. It's not easy, man.
True.
The thing is, though, is that what you can do. I know that the mainstream media is the main problem. So when you've got these controlled opposition members within your movement causing problems to ruin the movement, the mainstream media then uses that as the way to paint it bad, because the mainstream media does that. Now, the more people that realize this and more people that turn against the mainstream media, these tactics will stop working.
Yes.
That is where that's the white pill.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I say. Look, there's always a risk that this whole things are going to be turned inside out, upside down, whatever it may be, and they have
Topsy-turvy.
yeah, And they have had a pretty good run of doing that sort of stuff in the past, sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of convinced with what happens with France, the UK, and plenty of the other countries that are now also doing it as well, that people have sort of woken up to the and they've woken up to the establishment. So there's always that.
I hope you're right.
Mm.
Yeah. I want to believe. You know. The meme. I literally want to believe.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Dave, you got to do something. This world's falling apart, and people don't realise.
Oh, you don't say. Yeah.
And not only that people don't realise, but you get people in the left that are more than happy to tear the world apart.
Yeah, that's just bizarre to me. I don't get it. Like, that's the bit that just frustrates me. Like, these people don't know what they're doing. They're working for a certain type of person, and they just don't get it. What on earth is wrong with them, man? So brainwashed. You know?
True. Yeah.
Mm.
I think... I don't know. I think a lot of people are completely happy with being told what to think. NPC memes.
Well, yeah.
And I think people are used to being told what to think. And
I guess.
Now they're having to think for themselves. It's like, well, shit, what do we do? You know, like...
Yeah.
Alright. So we have this module now as well.
Maybe one day, people will realize. You know, one thing I would say. I definitely have some interesting theories to sort of literally back up the whole NPC meme. You know, like I think it's completely real.
I have some interesting encounters to back up the NPC meme. Like, I know people that are literally NPCs. I do know a few people that you could sit there and talk to them, and they will side with you, and it's completely against what they've already thought. You know, like you tell them like they'll sit there and they'll say the sky's blue, and then you sit there and you tell them no, it's not, it's green, and they would be like, and they'll be like, oh yeah, it's green, and you'd be just like, yeah. You're just like, what? Do you not have a brain? Is it just that the brain's not working? Is it just that you don't believe anything, so you believe everything? You know, like, what is it? You know, like...
Yeah. Bizarre, isn't it? But, like... I don't know, like, I have an inner monologue, right? And a lot of people think that, you know, NPCs don't have that. That's what's wrong with them. They don't have the ability to think. Now, I'm not quite sure if that's what it is, but I think it's more to do with IQ. But another thing too is, this is going to get wacko, but have you heard of the targeted individuals thing?
No, what's that?
It's people. There are people in America, California, and some other places that are being targeted by their own government. They're being targeted using radio type equipment.
Okay.
Now,
yeah.
yeah, the technology itself does exist. There is voice to skull technology. It is real.
Mhm.
As for whether it's actually being used against the citizenry to turn certain people insane and to kill themselves or to cause or to go out and do public mass shootings, okay, fine, that is possible. It's a little bit far-fetched, but it can make sense. I mean, a lot of people think that's what happened in Tasmania all those years ago. Now the reason they target certain kinds of people. So people have done research into the people that say they're target individuals, and they find that these are high IQ people who have a history of having a divergent personality. If you watch the movie Divergent,
Right.
yeah. So I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I would say, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I could see that possibly happening, to be honest. I would see where the government would benefit from having such a situation too.
Yeah, it's basically thought to be a program to get rid of people who could cause a problem in the future for the government. You know?
I could definitely see that being a thing.
Yeah. A lot of people would find it very hard to believe and would call you a tinfoil hat or just a crazy person. Definitely.
Well, here's a theory for you. I don't know if you've heard this. You know this recent conservative that died?
No.
Okay, so there was this 26-year-old female conservative over America who died over Christmas.
Really?
She was a reporter. News reporter.
Okay.
I'd have to look up her name now. Here's the thing for you, and here's one thing that you might know. She was responsible for breaking the Mueller story regarding the text messages between Mueller that Mueller was hiding between Strutt and his lover.
So she got Seth Riched.
Yeah. When was the last time you heard of someone catching the swine flu?
No, not long time ago, yeah. Not recently.
Yeah, that's what she caught. She caught swine flu, apparently. So, unless she was doubling as a porn actress and was blowing pigs or something in a porn movie, I don't know how this chick caught swine flu, but apparently she did. Apparently. But yeah, most people don't realise that she was actually responsible for breaking the Mueller investigation.
Payback, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I was going to look into
She was a divergent person. They needed to get rid of her. She doesn't toe the line. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically what I was talking about. I have a bad habit of hearing different conspiracy theories and then connecting them together. Sometimes I am probably flat out wrong, but I do like to do that and sort of sometimes come up with some interesting theories. I talk them over, I mull them over with my mum a lot, because she's been sort of doing this for years, but 30 years. She comes from a time when things were pretty fucking bad over in South America, so she's got experience in reality of what tends to happen sometimes, so it helps.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's good that people...
yeah.
I think it's good that people will think outside the box, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing when people sit there and challenge narratives.
Yeah.
I know we're not supposed to do that, which is absolutely insane because everybody should be doing that. But
yeah. There's some pretty incredible movies that have come out, 20, 30 years ago that basically predicted all this.
1984.
Yeah, but more. There's other stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. But anyway. Take that, put that there, touch, refill. I ran out of oxygen. I need to make some more.
Yeah, I put down a water collector over next to my capital ship,
Oh yeah.
so I can get some more oxygen. I was actually surprised that this planet had any kind of deposit of liquid. Not the one I'm on right now, stream, the one that is back home. Yeah.
I was thinking, do I want to jump into Space Engineers or do I want to jump in Star Citizen? Or do I want to keep playing Halion?
That's up to you. Do you play Space Engineers more now?
No. That's what you're in, isn't it?
No, I'm in Imperion.
Oh, Space Imperium, sorry.
Just do whatever you want, man. If you hop on my server, like I said, I can't do anything. I can't help you.
Oh.
I'm halfway
over the
across the
weekend, then.
galaxy. Yeah, I'm halfway across the galaxy, and
Did you turn left?
it would be. Hmm.
Did you go halfway across the galaxy and turn left?
Yeah. I jumped. I jumped halfway across the galaxy to another area, so I can get some much better resources and build a base over there. Because I mean, the starter planet is really just for starting. You can't really get very far on there.
No.
You need to go somewhere else and have better planets, and then you can really get into it. With for example, Erestrum is pretty important, but Zascosium alloys, you really want that,
Yeah.
This crashed capital vessel is awesome because it actually has some thrusters on it I can pick up. Whee!
Crash capital?
Yeah. Random encounters, basically.
Dude, I can't wait for Star Citizen to do that stuff.
Oh, you mean like finding wrecks in space and yeah.
Yep. Salvage. Salvage comes in soon.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for Salvage. I am going to take a month off work when Salvage comes in.
Well, yeah, this game has plenty of that going on. Random stuff. Whoa, I'm being shot at by a hell of a... Oh, boy. Take that. Rocket to the face. I love how these homing missiles actually work. It's about freaking time.
Oh my god, I keep seeing Philip's character in the game, standing in the ship, and it freaks me out because I think someone's aboard my ship.
That's funny.
Because he's just standing there, he's just standing in the hallway. Mind you, he's got no helmet on, and he's been standing in a ship that's been decompressed for about half an hour now, or an hour now. So
Oh, yeah. His air should have ran out by now, too.
yeah, he is immortal. I have an immortal character.
I honestly, I cannot wait for to find an actual heavy armor so I can stop having to jump back in my ship to cool off. This planet's hot.
Cool off.
And yeah, environmental issues. So it's 107 degrees on the surface here,
Yeet.
and my medium armor is it can't handle it. It can to a point, so I can stand around for a little while, but my body temperature eventually hits like 38 degrees, like exterior on the suit, which would basically cook me, and I have to jump back in the ship. And I can't turn the ship off either, otherwise the environmental systems on the ship don't keep the cockpit cool, and then I'll just fry in the cockpit,
Yeet.
So, yeah, gotta leave the ship on and everything. Yeah. Which is, I like that mechanic, obviously. Gotta leave your ship on, otherwise, it's gonna heat up as well.
Dude, in Star Citizen, there's a thing called the drug lab, where you basically go, you buy Willow, And like Star Citizen has literally referred to it as the drug lab, so it's definitely a drug lab, right? But you go there and you buy Willow. But the thing is that lately, because of the amount of money you can make by doing it, because it's profitable, because drugs are profitable, kids.
No
Choking
shit.
Twitch. Choking Twitch. Alright, jeez. Being sensitive. But I was gonna say, you gotta leave your ship on because you have pirates, other players and pirates and whatnot, and NPCs and stuff who will turn up and try and blow up your ship. So you leave the ships running because that keeps your shield running. Hopefully you run in, buy the Willow, run out, don't get shot going in or out because there's people that snipe from the mountaintops and stuff, like from above the drug lab.
Nice. Yeah.
Jump in your ship and take off and sell it before someone blows you up. Yeah, it was kind of
Well then,
kind of fun.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oof, I'm hot again.
In the game, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run back to my cockpit here. Oh my god. Can't get in it. Let me in! There we go. Yeah, I just put the ship better like that. There we go. Be easier to get back into it. This looks like a nice salvage booty. How much power was left in? Let's take a look. Yeah, can't. Oh. Do I have a core on me? Nope. Okay. Yeah, anyone who watching my stream right now would be like, "What the hell? There's talking." Yeah,
It's good to see.
pretty rare though.
Influence.
Yeah.
Alright. Refill. Power 11. Power 0. Oh, goody. One thing I love about the fact of the new Helion is the fact that when your suit runs out, you don't lose your HUD display. Thank God they fixed that.
Oh, they changed that, did they?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh no, I kind of thought it was cool that would happen because it's realistic.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a thing that's too much realistic.
No. It can never have it too realistic.
No, there is a thing as too realistic. Chris Roberts, okay? We don't need individual particles for the freaking snow, okay, Chris? We just want Star Citizen. But anyway.
Most games do have particle effects where each effect is a singular particle effect.
Yeah,
Just,
the
know,
community's
FYI.
problem. The community's problem isn't really about him putting individual particles. It's more about the fact that, for example, if you jump from Port Elizar to Hurston, it's about a 15-minute trip in a small ship.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. Well, I mean, Helion has that problem too.
Yeah.
The freaking jumps take forever. Can we just not? Like Empyrean has instant. It's instant jump. It's warp. Not warp. There's different kinds of things. You can have warp, which takes time. FTL, I think, takes time. And then you have hyperspace, which I believe is it's an instant thing. I think they went with hyperspace, if I understand things correctly in here. You just, when you plot your jump, you just hit the key, it goes 10, 9, 10 to 0, and you're just there. Bam. Okay. Done.
Yeah, I like the fact that you actually have to go through and it does take time to travel. I like that fact.
Most people don't.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. We've noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, travel is fine when you're literally traveling, but when you're warping and you can do nothing for a whole half hour or something, yeah, that's problematic. I'm sorry
Yeah.
for using that word. Yeah. That's just bad. No one wants to do that. Because if you're traveling and actually enjoying the scenery and looking for stuff and whatnot, that's one thing. But if you're just stuck in a warp jump and you can do nothing, yeah, that's kind of horrible.
Yeah, the Hammerhead in Star Citizen makes the Hurston to Port Alazar trip in about 5 minutes.
Mm.
She's got bigger engines, so she goes faster.
Right, but how do you get that ship again?
You buy it.
Enough said.
You buy it, or you're like me and you give it up for the month because you're a backer.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. But then you have to do the grind again over and over.
Yeah, but every game is grindy though.
Yeah, but for new things, not for repeated things. Ah!
Yeah,
Pull my hair out.
Eventually, look, they're eventually going to make it so that the economy stops rebooting every 3 months.
Yeah.
So,
Stop the resets! Yeah, resets are annoying.
yeah. But even Halion does that. Even Halion resets. You don't lose everything, but it still resets.
Oh, Helion only resets when they do a new version release. They reset the servers to apply the changes.
So we don't know. Star Citizen might do it for that reason too. We don't know. I'm only
Probably.
guessing it's to replace.
Yeah. That's totally possible, yeah.
Because it is when they put out a new patch, it resets the servers.
Ah, well there you go. That's what the reason is then. Yeah, that's a fine reason.
Did you hear Squadron 42, the standalone version of Star Citizen, is reportedly coming out in 2020?
Squadron 42 is a single player version, is it?
Yep.
2020, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Early next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Beta is... Alpha is the first quarter of 2020. Beta is second quarter of 2020. And then they haven't said the final release date, but I'm guessing it's going to be around December.
Nice, man. I can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077. That's
that looks good.
That is yeah. I mean, I think half the reason I got the 1080 Ti was for that.
You're going to play it on PC, are you?
I'm ready.
You're playing it on PC, are you? Oh, you don't have an Xbox,
of course.
do you?
Yeah. I did hear that the next consoles are going to be like ray tracing and going to have like actual PC hardware. I've heard that. They're actually finally just going to throw actual PC hardware in there. I'm just like, about time.
Yeah. It's probably needed.
Yeah, it is. Otherwise, it's never going to stop.
Well, here's the thing too. Apparently, the next consoles are coming out in 2020.
In when?
2020.
Yeah, it's not this year.
Next year. Yeah, so
yeah,
I'm expecting to hear
better
stuff.
late than never.
Yeah, well, I'm expecting to hear stuff at well, I suppose it'll be E3.
Yeah.
I'll be able to have streaming going then. I'll be able to stream E3.
Yeah, I think you're allowed to.
Yeah, other people were.
So this is the tip of the ship, is it? Okay, I think yep. I think I found the front. There's a lower level, isn't there? Though.
Build
I'll take a look down there.
Build destiny. Jesus Christ, his character just scared the crap out of me again. Can I throw you?
You're easy to scare.
Sorry?
You're easy to scare.
No, it's not that. It's just that he's literally standing like in a dark part of the room in the ship. But like when you first walk in, right, he's on the right.
Yeah.
So when you walk in, the first thing you see is like this man in the corner of your eye.
He's in a specific spot.
Yeah, he's right there, and it's just like. Anyway.
That's pretty funny.
I might keep playing I might keep playing Halion because we need to work on our base.
Sure.
What we need is command modules. We need a command module.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised that didn't give me indigestion.
What? Huh? What?
I always laugh when I find food in a crashed vessel, and it's like it's not spoiled. I'm just like, what? Yeah, it just makes no sense.
No. I would be checking to make sure that someone wasn't close by.
Well, it's a video game. There's no one close by.
Sorry?
It's a video game. There's no one close by.
Oh, okay. Good point.
Yeah. Oh, my body's too hot again. Oh boy, I'm getting heat stroke. Ah! There you go. Ah, that just made it. I'm fine now. I found a pizza. I'll just whack that in the fridge.
You found a pizza?
Yeah, I've got, so I have raw meat, I've got a pizza, I found a sandwich, and I've got 6 grilled steaks and 6 energy bars.
Cool. Well, at least you'll be well fed.
Well, yeah, I've got plenty of food around. I'm not going to starve.
Mm.
I never leave my base unprepared. I mean, you don't want to. This game is pretty punishing. You never played it long enough to see just how punishing this game can be.
Oh,
Like,
thank you, communist mate, for that. But anyway.
let's just say that if the games journalism made a review on this game, they'd call it the Dark Souls of survival games. You don't know the meme. Okay, no worry.
No, I've never played Dark Souls.
Well, the games journalisms, they call everything Dark Souls because they complain the game was too hard, and then every review after that, they just repeat that, saying this is the Dark Souls of strategy, this is the Dark Souls of RPG.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's just, oh, it's so pathetic. It's, you know, every time I hear about these things that the games journalisms do, I just feel like I want to, yeah, I want to cringe, yeah.
Yeah, I know the feels. Don't blame me on that one sometimes.
I blame a lot of the problems in the game industry on games journalism too. I think they've caused a lot of, yeah. Oof! Don't say that on Twitch. Goodness me. He's kidding. He's talking about Gamergate in Minecraft, guys.
No one's watching me at the moment anyway. I can say that.
You're not on Twitch at the moment.
I'm on Twitch, but no one's watching me.
Ah. That doesn't matter. I think they have a keyword thing going on. Like if you say the name of a particular female streamer, you'll suddenly have mods sitting in there listening to you.
You're talking about what's her name?
Amaranth.
Amaranth. Yeah, that one.
There you go. Yeah.
that Twitch thought.
Did you just say that on Twitch? What
Yep.
the hell's wrong with you? Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Dude, she is.
Yeah, I know she's a Twitch thought. I know. I'm just.
Yeah. Have you seen her Patreon?
Yeah.
Yeah, $1,000 a month, and she'll send you, was it lewd photos?
Lewd photos. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually some of them you can find for free on some torrents. I've seen them. They're pretty good.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
what?
I can imagine what those things are. Hit me up.
Oh, yeah.
Send them to me later, will you? But I was going to say,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I can imagine how lewd these photos are, and I'm sorry, but she is literally selling lewd photos.
Mhm.
I'm calling it as it is. And Twitch, you have a problem? Let me know.
Absolutely they have a problem. There's more than that too. Like, I think the other thing is premium Snapchat. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's no such thing as premium Snapchat. It's you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I will send you nice photos if you subscribe to me, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you can add them as a friend, and then you can put pictures that are only for friends,
Yeah.
and that's how they do it.
Mm.
So it's basically like pay to be my friend on Snapchat, and you can see my bibbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch thoughts.
It's interesting that you probably have nothing to worry about because Destiny has a video still on his YouTube that basically slams the crap out of Twitch for all of this, and he calls it for the truth of what it is,
Destiny did.
which is
Holy shit.
Destiny has. Yeah, he had to go about it. What he said is that it's because Twitch refuses to define what Twitch is. What is actually Twitch for?
Hmm.
That's why he said this happens. Which I kind of agree. I guess it's not a bad way to put it.
Well, at the moment, I think Twitch is more of a softcore porn site than anything.
It is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
basically turned into softcore website.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. Beaters who keep giving it those beta bucks, you do realise there is such a thing as a campsite, which you can probably see more for less price.
It's called My Free Cams.
Right. Well, I don't know anyone specific because I don't visit them, but apparently you do.
So
I'm stirring.
you find
I'm
out about
stirring.
these websites when you look into this stuff. But
Uh,
basically,
uh-huh.
My Free Cams.
Sure.
Basically, it's cheaper too. Like $1,000, you would probably get. I think it's like 100,000 tokens, and you'd be able to tip the girls on there for like months. And then when you tip, if there's enough people tipping, they just go into a private room, and you can just basically enjoy the show. And what, $10, $20, and you get yourself an hours of entertainment. Whereas $1,000 to Amaranth, yeah, okay, yeah, that's not going to get you nothing much.
And look, she's cute and everything like that. But let's
Yeah.
face it, she's hot. But you know, the personality it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that is true, eh?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I've seen what she's like. God, she's dumb as an ox.
Like, was it her that got caught that time with like going on about, I've got to Twitch stream during the day because these guys are throwing money at me? Was it her that said all that?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I love the one where they were kicking her out of the gym.
The what?
That was the video where she's getting kicked out of the gym. It was great.
Oh yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
That was awesome.
That to me just showed, how much she lies, how much of a manipulator she is.
Oh yeah.
So that to me was sort of like okay, so this is who people keep referring to as a manipulator. Yeah, I can see that.
And I mean, how weird is it that Twitch is basically giving free money to female streamers? Like it's like a retainer, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I
Come
thought we were
on.
in a world of patriarch.
The
Not,
patriarchy.
yeah, isn't it supposed to be a patriarch society that we're in? That these women can't, seem to get ahead no matter what they do?
Yeah, and the glass ceiling, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if men have it right and have it easy and everything like that, wouldn't that mean that these women and that these men have the same options as these women? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
You know, where's my retainer? You're streaming right now? Where's your retainer?
yeah, Twitch. I suppose I'll have to hit up Twitch to say, like, hey, like, women get this money. We're supposedly equal, and not only equal, but supposedly men have an easier time and have an easier life than women. Where's my money, Twitch? Seem to be missing out here a little bit.
Oh, you are, man. You are.
It just seems. Maybe I'm missing. Maybe I'm mistaken. Twitch. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below.
No, they'll just hit the ban button.
I'm only streaming on Twitch because, well, I'm streaming on YouTube.
Well, yeah, you're on there just for the popularity and like it helps out, I guess.
There's nobody. There's actually more people watching me on YouTube than there is people watching me on Twitch.
What are people saying in the comments on YouTube? It's what we're saying.
Let me. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
They just quietly agree.
Probably. So I was going to say that they're A, agreeing with me, or B, disagreeing with me, one of the two. I think you're watching the stream, aren't you?
Yes, I mean, I haven't checked in a while, but
So I was going to say, so one of the two people is you.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I don't know who the second person is. Hello, second person.
There we go. I found a crashed cockpit. Really? This is not a crashed cockpit. This looks more like a little base that's been sort of forgotten in time. I believe. Oh yeah, I just checked the chat. Someone agreed. They're agreeing with us.
Really? Oops, something went wrong. Try and reload. I might have just got banned from Twitch.
I like those errors that tell you that oops, something went wrong.
Yeah.
They're awesome, those.
If you could be more specific as to what actually went wrong, it'd be great. I can't see.
Yes, please. Can you be more specific?
I had to reload the page and I lost everything, so I don't know if anybody was agreeing with me or what. But yeah.
Alright. That was on YouTube chat, just so you know. YouTube.
Okay.
Alright. I need to reform oxygen. And unfortunately, I still haven't found any magnesium deposits. That would be nice if I could do that. Find that. I'll just pick up some minigun ammo here.
I think I've got too many modules on this to take.
Yeah? Yeah, be careful about having too many modules on there. It could probably snap the your tow bar.
Oh, you can't tow with more than 3 anyway.
Ah, okay.
I went past it. But yeah, no. Look, like I said, Amaranth's hot. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, yeah. Personality-wise, I thought she was a bit of a manipulator, and yeah, I thought, whatever.
I like that story that came out. It was just like, what the hell? And actually, a lot of people were genuinely getting really upset about this. That Sin Sin Bear said a slur against same-sex people.
Yeah.
Like people who have same-sex relationships.
Yeah.
She said a slur in Spanish.
Yeah.
Now I
Thank
do
you for
speak
not
Spanish.
saying it, by the way, because that probably would get me banned from Twitch.
Oh, I know. I'm not. I try not to be stupid. And so she said it in Spanish. Now, apparently that's still against the rules because he's still saying the slur. It doesn't matter, like in another language.
Yeah.
Twitch said it would be a 30-day ban, but they didn't do the ban straight away. They said it was going to be in a couple of days. So I don't know why there was a delay to the banning. And then they changed it to a 3-day ban. And then I think she got the ban, and then she was unbanned within 24 hours.
Yeah.
And people were just like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about Trainwreck?
Yeah. He's been banned for ages.
Yeah. Did you see the video he uploaded?
A more recent one? No.
No, he's banned from Twitch, so he can't upload.
Oh, I've seen his famous rants. Yeah, they're awesome. Was it? God,
So
I
the one about
probably can't say it on it all.
Yeah, he went on about well, basically Twitch thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's also been back on Twitch through Destiny because Destiny and him had a debate live on his channel.
Okay, what did Twitch
say
about that?
Twitch didn't do anything about it. Destiny, they don't really give him much of a hard time. Twitch doesn't give Destiny that much of a hard time, which is it's nice because I kind of like what he does. Sometimes, not all the time.
I don't trust the man.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, there's a fair bit of reasons to be suspect of him. I get it.
No, it's not so much the suspect. It's just the fact that I've caught him manipulating and lying and stuff, and it's just
I think a lot of people have done that.
Yeah. There's times where he's taken things out of context or lied or just flat out lied, and obviously him and I politically don't align, so that doesn't help either. Yeah.
Really, I got an open wound from that. Oh, for God's sake. Do I have any bandages? God damn it! Just gonna sit here and just die. Antidermal this will help. There we go. Got it. Okay. I can use an antibiotic, and then there we go. Open wound. Good. Now, what's the other thing I need? Okay. I still have a 1.0 radiation level, damn it. I haven't... Do I have anything? That sucks. I can't lower my radiation. I don't have anything to do it with. Oh. Yeah, I just got my radiation burn back. Damn it.
Yeah, I think half the problem that people have with Twitch at the moment is the fact that there's one rule for one gender and one rule for another.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big problem. They really, really need to... See, basically what they need to do is just come out and say it. Is it okay or is it not? And just apply the rules evenly.
Yeah, but just applying the rules evenly would be a good start.
Yeah. Yeah. But they also need to define the platform. You know, is this what the platform can have or is it not? I mean, that's a very... So I think that would help a lot. Because at the moment, people are like, well, no. I mean, if you come to Twitch, which is a gaming streaming platform, and you see that, Amaranth on the top page, you're like, what the hell? You know, if they just come out and say, no, this is what the platform is for too. It's like, oh, okay. Well, there you go. The other thing too is like, isn't the platform supposed to be a safe for work platform?
Supposed to be.
I wouldn't say that Amaranth is safe for work, even on Twitch. You know, I mean, is that, am I right on that, or?
I don't know. I've never watched her stream.
Yeah, I've watched it, just for research purposes.
Research purposes, right? Sure.
No, seriously, like I've wanted to see like what how bad is it, you know?
Research purposes, right?
I mean, what it is you have to use your imagination a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen a couple of the highlights that people were posting on YouTube.
Yeah. Twitch Fails is a good channel to look at on YouTube for it.
Yeah, and there seems to be a bit of grinding and bumping going on.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, like it's good that she can do the splits, but bouncing up and down when you're doing the splits is not good for those muscles. It actually rips the muscles, so it's actually a bad thing to do. So there's no way that she would be doing that sort of thing, playing devil's advocate, if it wasn't for some other reason.
Basically. Yeah. What was this? You know what that phrase was, by the way. So he says it multiple times. Train wrecks. That famous phrase. You know, do a particular thing before donate.
Subscribe.
No.
I never actually watched Trainwreck's videos until he got banned. So.
Oh yeah. It's JOBD. I'll type it in your chat.
Yeah.
It'll be in the general. There you go. That's what it means.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you actually do that, you won't donate. Because, you know, you're no longer... Yeah,
thirsty?
basically, yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Are you saying that certain Twitch streamers only have thirsty men donating to them?
Pretty much.
It's a proper...
Yeah.
It's fairly accurate, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Why else would they be donating?
Exactly. Hmm.
It's lizard brain, man.
Lizard brain.
You just yeah, you need to get control of like what these men need to do is get control of their lizard brain, and they'll stop doing what this silly thing that they are doing.
It's yeah. Well, I would say that this thing that they need to stop doing is been a bunch of idiots and donating to Twitch thoughts, but that would be my explanation. But anyway. So there we go. So that module now only has 3, which is apparently the maximum that I can carry.
I will say that you've got balls. If you're actually live on Twitch right now saying this stuff, it's like what?
Yeah. Why no, but
Oh yeah.
like, do you really think Twitch cares? Like, have I really said anything that can get me banned on their services?
I suppose not.
Like, I'm not inciting violence. I'm just telling guys that, before you go donating to Amaranth, maybe watch a little bit of adult entertainment.
Pretty much.
You might find that those donations will save you quite a bit of money.
It would save a lot of money.
Damn it, I don't have enough fuel to get me home in that cell, and it's got 28. If I turn off my light... Ah, there's one here that's full. So let's take that. %. Bingo. There we go. What to? That and oops. That initialize.
Oh, there actually are other ones too. Sin Bear, and there's a few. There's actually a few on there on Twitch.
Who are thoughts?
Yeah. The thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Thought Patrol is strong on Twitch. Yes.
The Thought Patrol. I don't know. I'm trying to be as PC as I can.
Oh look, it makes it even better. I'll delete this stream when I sign off tonight from Twitch.
Do you have the archiving turned on?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's off by default, just so you know.
Okay.
I learned that mistake the hard way. Yeah, when you go offline, you stop streaming on Twitch. It doesn't save it to the archives. By default, it's off. You actually have to turn that on.
Okay.
But another thing too is, I don't know if you know, but they are only there for a short time. I think it's like maybe a month or 2. Yeah, the YouTube thing where their storage is ever growing non-stop, Twitch doesn't have to deal with that.
Okay.
Although if you're a streamer who, I think if you're like a Twitch Prime or I don't know that upper tier streamer, we have like 10,000 subs or more or something. It goes for longer, like 6 months. You can watch back up to 6 months of their content.
Okay.
Yeah. But that is actually why a lot of Twitch streamers have a YouTube channel, so that they can basically archive their stuff, all their highlights for life, you know, because, yeah. Otherwise you would lose all your history, you know? All your amazing accomplishments of headshots in games.
Damn it!
Moisty Mire
I
has
hit the
now been
space bar
replaced
and
by a
it
desert.
activated
For
the
one day
software.
only, that desert turned into...
Damn it! I'm on this server because this other guy wanted to play, and since he can't connect, I'm stuck on this server, which is laggy. I'm like, why am I still on this server? I'm only on here because you want to be on it.
So drop down to this island and you...
No, but
Well, what is today? A hot day or something?
We thought we'd use the American service because it's sort of the midway point for both of us.
Ah, okay.
Find other player so that you become... Hunger Games,
Oh,
it's
wow.
basically Hunger Games.
It's 6 in the morning and it's already 25 degrees. Real feel 24.
Actually about so...
Holy crap!
I have air conditioning, so I don't know what it's like outside. Apparently I have access to Twitch Prime. I don't know what that is. Okay. I got a new notification on Twitch. You've completed 8 achievements. Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Nice.
Settings. That's what I want. So, where is archive? Channel and videos. Auto hosting is off. Non-mod chat delay is 0. Smart notifications is on. Connection recommendation. I don't know how to... Ah, here we go. Okay. So enable additional account creation is off. It's not what I want.
I'd say it's time to head back to the moon. There's neodymium out here. Yeah, every time it tells me there are resources on these asteroids out here, I don't actually find them. On these asteroids out here, I don't actually find them.
So apparently
Yeah?
I do have archiving on.
Ah, okay. There you go. Boop, beep, 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 beep.
I don't know how I turned it on, but I have it on apparently.
Well then. Aren't you lucky?
Mm.
1 second. Okay, so... okay. So... the other day, I found this out through the kill stream. There was this large young man with no clothes on at all, streaming live on YouTube. He was drunk. He mooned the camera. He also was full frontal nude, so everyone saw his member.
Okay.
And yet somehow his stream went on for hours.
Wow.
Yeah, to the point, and get this, he got so drunk that he fell asleep on the stream
Okay.
and then woke up. Yeah, he did wake up and then turned it off. But yeah, that actually happened the other day. Found out through the kill stream.
Right.
So,
And what was
this actually
YouTube's
happened?
response for this?
None. Nothing happened.
Why?
I don't know. I think they just missed it. It just went under the radar.
Have they banned him since?
That I don't know. I don't know if he's been banned since or not.
Damn it, I just died in my ship.
Still, it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but Did he have many subs?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much about the channel itself. I don't even know what the channel was called.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just aware that it's a thing that happened a few days ago.
Hmm.
I don't know much about it.
It's weird.
Oh, it is. It's very weird. What the hell?
Damn it, we might have just screwed ourselves on this.
What happened?
I died, and I don't know if I have a spare spacesuit.
No! Don't do that. Why'd you do that?
I was looking
Bad.
at Twitch, and the screen wasn't on.
Naughty.
Come on, doors. Really? The door won't open.
Wow, I've accumulated 3.4 rads of radiation in my body. I really need to do something about that.
Yeah, you won't be having kids anytime soon.
Well, my character doesn't care about that. Let's just see if I've got any anti-rad meds. Let's see. Anti-toxic pills, anti-radiation ointment. Really? Ah, here we go. An anti-radiation injection. Okay, great. But does it actually lower my radiation levels? No. For God's sake. Maybe I can make a shower? I think that works. Tech equipment. I need, get some of that. Vessel devices. Yeah. Yeah, get one of those, see if that has anything I need.
So how lewd are these photos that Amaranth is uploading? Are they?
The only ones I've ever seen is just topless.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I've seen. I haven't seen anything more lewd than that. I guess maybe if you give her the $1,000, maybe the lewdness is a lot better. I don't know.
Damn it! I do not have a helmet.
Well, that's bad for you.
Yeah. I wonder if when I invite my friend back if he'd come with a spacesuit.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. And actually, no, I don't think so.
We've got so many jetpacks and torsos and everything like that, but we just don't have any helmets. Like, we've got spare helmets for the other suit, which is the Procra H whatever, but we have nothing. But then we have no jetpacks for those ones. That's one thing I hate about this game. I'm going to sign off this game. I'm sick of it tonight.
Aha! Excellent. Yeah, they brought back the health devices. Good. So I have a shower here, and I can reduce radiation. There we go.
Alright guys, I am going to jump off for the night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night and enjoy.
Goodbye.